Welcome to the STA Travel rail booking demo. As you can see here, we have the Evolvi portal login page, which you'll receive a link to. And what you can do when you first access the page is log on. So we enter our username and password on this page. You'll be provided with those in a welcome email. However, if for any reason you've misplaced that, simply click on the Forgotten Your Profile link here. You'll be asked to enter your email address and you'll then be sent a link to reset your password. So nice and easy if you haven't got that to hand. But firstly, if you have, enter your username and then password and click on log on. What we have here is a number of search options. So we have the option to search for return, single or open return tickets. If you are looking for a return and you put in dates, so going out on a Tuesday and coming back on the Friday, you will still get the open return options even if you just search under return. So what we'll do is a basic Manchester to London search. As I start to enter the destination in, it does bring up a list of options for Manchester. So we'll say Manchester Piccadilly, and we're going to London Euston. So again, I've entered in London, but we have a drop down option there, so we select Euston. We can then click on the calendar to select our outbound and inbound dates. So looking at travelling on the 21st of March and returning on the 24th. We can also specify when we leave after or arrive before, and we can drop down times here. So let's leave after 1 and come back after 8. We also have the option to configure how many people are travelling, so how many adults and if we've got any children to add. So we'll look on this particular journey for 2 adults. And we also have an advanced settings button, so if we click on advanced here, we can then select if we want first class or standard class only, and then all ticket classes. We can look at routing, so we can avoid certain stations, look at direct services only. We can prioritise time or cost. And if you're really familiar with a route and know how you like to travel, a great little piece is you can choose where you want to change, travel via, or in particular somewhere you want to avoid. So once you're happy with that information, we then have the opportunity to edit our travellers and their rail cards. Now you can choose to do this further down the booking process and it will be highlighted to you at a later stage. However, if you are booking for people with rail cards, you need to do so at this point. The reason for that is if we don't enter the rail card details now, the discounts won't be applied. When you then add a traveller with a rail card further down the line, you'll have to search again because the pricing will need to be checked and changed accordingly. So what we have with our users is we have some saved travellers. So you can see I'm down here. So let's click on myself and that pushes me up as a traveller. I can then book for the second person. So if I just put in a test name, and you can also choose who's the lead passenger if you wish to do so. So we'll put myself there. And here's your opportunity to add your rail cards. Full list of rail cards there. Once you're happy that you've got all your travellers set up correctly, click on the Save button. That will store that into your booking, and you can click on Fare Search or Timetable Search. I do prefer Fare Search myself because it does bring back all options that you can scan through in terms of times and journeys, but we also get a full selection of advanced single ticket combinations as well as our more standard anytime and off-peak returns. So let's click on Fare Search. Okay, so the system is searching for the best available fares on the market today. And once we get our results page back, I will highlight some information to you. So you can see here we have a suggested fare of £88 on our search option and a first class fare of £172. Now the first class option is the cheapest first class available, whereas a suggested fare is the cheapest fare available on the market. Usually, and in this instance, that is a combination of 2 standard and advanced tickets, which you'll tend to come across if you're booking nice and early. So as you can see, we have all our times. So these times are built around us requesting to leave after 1 and come back after 8. You can scan through, however, and look at earlier or later journeys in both directions. So just to show you, let's click on later here. Okay, so you can see here we've got some later options. If we decided we wanted a bit of flexibility and weren't definitely travelling at certain times, then we would click on the likes of an off-peak or an anytime ticket. So let's have a look at what happens when we book an off-peak ticket. So I want to take the 14:35 out, and you can see you get a bit of information when you hover over there about the routing and your destination. And then when you click on that, you do get further information on your routing, ticket types, and your ticket details and fare breakdown, etc. So you can see we can't get self-print here, but we can get ticket on departure. You can click here to get your ticket details, which again goes into all the detail of refunds and cancellations. Really useful if you're not sure about times being travelled on, or even if the person's travelling at all. We can also look at fare breakdown, so the cost and what that comes to. So you can see that's 2 adults at £83.90 each, comes to £167.80. And also our fare validity. So as this is an off-peak return, we can't travel at all times, but it does break down the specific times and stations that you can travel from on this ticket. So we've selected our outbound journey. We now need to also select an inbound. The system highlights in orange your options, so let's have a look at this 2100. And again, you get the same information. Because it's an off-peak return, it's all booked within the one set of terms and conditions. Now, if we decided we wanted to save some money and look at advance tickets, we can simply select a standard advance here instead, or even a first advance if you wanted to do so. So let's have a look at doing a first advance on the way down. Again, all your ticket information is here for you to open up, and we'll just do a standard advanced normal ticket on the way back, so just in standard class. Okay, so you can see here we've got 2 sets of terms and conditions. We've got terms and conditions for our standard advance ticket. Again, your ticket details, fare breakdown and validity is all available to you. And then we also have the same for the first advance single. Because they're booked as 2 separate tickets, you will have the 2 sets of terms and conditions that apply separately to your tickets. So once you're happy with your selection there, what we can do is move down the page and add on any additional products and services that we need. So here we have the option to add London travel cards available to use on the tube, buses, trams, etc. within London. And we've got pricing for the 21st of March, and we can also add any other dates we want to, so they're booked on a day-by-day basis. So London zones 1 to 4 at £12.30 for the 21st of March. Let's say we just need it for that date. We select that and it adds it to our booking. And if we also want to add Plus Bus, so unlimited bus and tram travel within Manchester on our outbound and inbound days is also available to book here. So as we move down to the bottom of the page, we come to our summary. So we can see our outbound journey, our inbound journey, and a checklist to ensure that we've completed everything we need to at this stage. So the outbound journey selected, inbound journey selected, and the traveller names are complete. If you did want to edit the travellers at this point, you could do so. You click on the button and you get exactly the same view as before. We also have a summary of our cost of our booking. So the fare at £172 for the ticket, the additional travel card at £24.60 gives us a subtotal of £196.60. Once you're happy that all that detail is correct, we'll click on proceed and go through to the seat reservation page. So this is where we set our seat reservation preferences. So we can decide if we want to sit forward facing or backwards, whereabouts in a quiet zone or the restaurant, so the shop for example on a Virgin train, and if we prefer aisle or window seats. We do that on both of our legs separately, so you can have different requirements in each direction. And then we can also select additional preferences. So do we want table seats? Do they need to be near power sockets? Do you need to be near the luggage rack? All those things are tailorable here. So once you're comfortable with that selection, we can click on reserve, which will take us through to the options. So you can see that the system has best matched us to these particular seats. Again, power sockets, table seat, window view, next to one another has all been selected. If for any reason you're not happy with what the system's selected, you can click on amend. It takes you back to the previous page where you can reconfigure your selection, and then you would click reserve again and it'll bring you back to some new options here. In this instance, let's say we're happy with what we've got. We click on to add to basket, at which point we get a summary of our journey. So we can see our outbound journey, inbound, our travel cards, who our two travellers are, and then our checklist. So we can see we've got a red X here against custom fields complete. Now this will be entirely down to your particular organisation. If, for example, we click on custom fields complete and you're required to submit a cost centre, a department or PO number, any of that sort of information, you'll do so here. It may be on a drop-down validation list, however, just in this demo environment we have free text. So we have the opportunity to enter our mandatory cost centre field and our department. And if you wanted to copy that to both travellers, you can apply to all travellers, or you can enter separate information under your separate traveller, second traveller. So once that's submitted, the field goes green and it's ticked as complete. We can then click on checkout and choose how we want to receive our tickets. So if you have a printer at your organisation, you will be able to choose to select to click your printer. As you can see here, this is the STA printer. If you have self-print available, you will get this option come up in blue. That's the ability to print out tickets to your own printer from your PC locally, and your ticket will actually just be a piece of paper that you take with you. If that option isn't available and it is down to the particular train provider and route, it's greyed out as it is in this instance. And I'd say the most frequently used option is ticket on departure. So ticket on departure allows you to take any card, it could be a Tesco Club card or your bank card, put it in the kiosk printer at the train station, enter in the confirmation code you receive after your booking, and then your tickets are printed out for you locally there. So once you've selected your delivery method, we click on Buy Now. And at this stage, you get to choose which ticket on departure kiosk you want to use. So it may be Manchester Piccadilly, or you may live in Margate and want to pick them up a few days before. You could select Margate there, not a problem. Now, your confirmations will head out to you. It will tell you the email address it's configured to be sent to, linked to your account. But if you want to send an additional confirmation email, you can do so by selecting this box. And say I wanted to send that to my second traveller, I would send that to them here. Okay. You then need to agree to the terms and conditions. You can open them up here to see more details. Once you've done that, your checklist again will go green. You'll get an order item total cost, and then you simply click on confirm to book now. Once you've clicked confirm, your booking's complete and you're subject to all the terms and conditions. And that's it. That's as easy as booking rail is. Thank you.